And the only source of art that I had was the two coffee table book in the library. So during recess, I would go to the library. I would open the two coffee table by Manuel Dudulao. So that is the notion of contemporary that time. So sorry. I mean, I don't have anything against them, but like, these are like landscapes, very colorful, scale and things. And I learned art through those books. So when I entered college, of course I was skilled and capable. I was really competent. I was able to carry, but it's totally different from the notion that I grew up with. And that's why when I graduated, so super confused ako. Wala ko nung gagawin ko once. And then yung encounter ko with Oliver Luzera was really heartbreaking. Literally, you know, although it's an informal mentorship something, you know, but there's so much learning and unlearning that happened during that period of time. But when I finally get to really understand art and the many ins and outs and whatever context, history of art, I realized the importance of extending that kind of encounter and experience in the art. I hope that by bringing Project Space Philippines in the fund, we can use that as a platform to introduce the locals as early as possible. Come, look at the exhibitions here. These are not the conventional painting sculptures that you see on the glossy pages of coffee table books. You can see works of Paulo Pinati, Joaquin Barosa, King David Medalla, Santiago Bosque, and even other exhibitions that are really, I mean, conceptually difficult and visually challenging also. But we try our best always to really reduce it in a level where we can extend the understanding of the word. Which is because I don't want the young people to grow up like me, that having, not being able to really talk about, okay, this, that, like for example, you work with Paulo, you want to have a tutor, you want to and then students came in, and then they were stepping towards, okay, sir, nasa na po yung art? Because they're not seeing anything on the walls. It's like, you're stepping on it. Art na po yan? Which is very raw and very nice also. So you have to contextualize that. Because this is something that common material in a very uncommon space as well. So you have to reduce and then articulate evidence that this is a material and this is an art space, and then things happen when you put something outside and you put in the context of this and that, and then actually making art. So I'm damaging explanation. Those are very important windows of opportunity for us to open the possibility of dialogue. And we informally educating also. But wala naman kaming super the dream of like, paglabas mo ng lokban, super knowledgeable ka sa. But at least the kind of encounter and access is very important for us. So we have two programs. One is like a program where they can have that kind of first-hand encounter. You know, they get to see, walk around. And then another program, which is actually the public program, where we formulate public programs that would have the audience an access or an experience of how the thought process of the artist was able to be manifested in the works of this person. So for example, we have an exhibition of geometric abstraction, we have a portraiture photograph, and then we have a weaving. And then how can you come up with a program that will talk about portraiture? By combining geometric abstraction, weaving, and those kind of things are the things that we do because we want to really elevate the consciousness ng tao and also understanding about materials and and how materials can be used as a medium to translate ideas. And then, magkaroon ng panibago ang tingin na, okay, when you say portraiture, hindi pa na kailangan yung likeness ng image ng tao. What if in portraiture is about you tell your story, your dreams and nightmares and ambition, illustrate it in your piece of paper, you cut it in strips, you read it, and then you create a pattern, and then you have your portrait. Now, giant. Parang mali. Diba? So, hindi ba yung kailangan consciousness? Okay, portraiture doesn't have to be like about illustrating this. So, yung mga ganyung klase ng workshops. That's why we follow yung mga workshops na. Wala kami basic drawing for kids, basic oil painting, wala. Because for us, it's very important that we extend yung translation is more important. Storytelling, more than being technically competent. Kasi I grew up doon sa lugar, pagalingan. Pagalingan mag-portrait, pagalingan mag-translate, kailangan super realistic yung work. But then, the narrative behind, the idea behind, the concept behind, lacking. And we want to focus on the translation, and we want to focus on the translation. We might want to focus on starting with the storytelling. What can you say about the community? What can you say about these things happening around us? And then, what if we use this material, this structure, to make these things in the region? So, yung ganong experience, ayoko sana mag-get sa ibang tao. So, and something that I also realized is that when you put up a contemporary art space or teach a particular space or place like a small town, you do not just think about your space. You think about the community. Because sila yung pinaka-religion na magiging audience mo. So, which means you have to really come up with programs that will activate them and then encourage them to come inside and participate and have an exchange with you. So, very conscious talaga yung lahat ng network sa PSP. So, even bringing more programs with different institutions in different ways, we welcome, especially if you feel like this is something new, this is something different, and this is something that should be experienced by our community, we welcome those programs and those engagement.